Was I supposed to come in there? Don't make me sing. Episode 9, Tiny Truck Time. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Let's do it. We're working on trucks, working on tiny trucks that we've been working on for what seems like a very long time. Not really so much. But that's what's happening. Happy Thursday evening to you. Trimmer's truck's coming. Getting the windows finished up and buttoning up the interior for the last time. I've got the floor pan in it. I'll show you that stuff. There we go. What's going on, folks? Get my act together a little bit for you. For you. You. Yeah. That is what's happening. JCB 67 Mountain RC. Thanks so much. Yeah, what a great time racing there. Good time for sure. Enjoyed it. Second place. I mean, it would have been third place, maybe. Dude's battery ran out, and Josh is pretty good. But it wasn't. What's up, Dad? So I have an interesting floor situation that I've started to really get dialed on this. Bumper's white now. A lot of patina and stuff to do. I'm going to probably get a Cricut machine, but this is not far from having mounted up at all. I need to buy an extension. I keep forgetting because I am going to have the battery in a piece of luggage or a crate in the back. But the window I don't think was done last time. So that's fun. I've got the change the inner fenders out for black ones. And what's really cool is this. This is the floor, man. And we're getting it dialed. How did I do that? That's how. So I'm, still got things to do to get it. I'm finalizing it. So it's not quite, done, but it's never been closer. But I don't want to button this up because this gets affixed to the bottom of here. And I'm not going to do that all the way until the rest of the windows go in. And I may leave the side windows alone and just do the triangles, the vents, and then the back window. And I may leave those other ones open. I'm not exactly sure yet, but the front window did awesome, actually. And I think on these windows that have a curve to them, the thin Lexan that I have is a really great choice to confirm to conform to the shape. And I just need a little extension to get this back just a little more. So I'll just buy an adapter. They have an extension one. So it's not really an adapter, it's just more of the same size. I don't really have a way to, and I don't want to move the motor more that way to get that. And it's, the more I think about it, and today my head was wrapped around this idea of making the cab come off, but with this floor the way it is, I don't it's not a done deal yet, but I think my original idea to have it back in the bed of the truck might be good. I hate to cut on this body to make the hood work at this point. I could do it though. But the hinging gets weird because they would need to be hidden. And you can't quite do it unless you have a double hinge to accommodate it, because it's got to stretch, you know, to do it. So that's partly where I'm at. And a little bit of caulk, a little bit of this and that. The bumper's white now. I think I'm gonna try to get a Cricut machine soon and make the stencil, the decal I need for the side. But this fits together pretty slick. So I'll at least show you that. And then I think maybe I'll cut a couple windows or something. That printed to fit, super nice and stay. And again, when the windows are done, I'll probably caulk it in. So that fits good. Trimmer's truck. What's up, Brazen Brett? We're on that. We're on this again. But I just want to, this floor, this license plate floor is just kind of cool. So we're going to get it. I just want you to see it. Everything's pretty tight. What's up, Philip? And I don't have the transfer case screwed in, so that may end up being part of my issue right now. There. That'll give me fits, to be honest. Because this fits perfect, dude. Let's just do it without the transfer case. You can see. Without the transfer case. Everyone's at Bigfoot. That's right. So this fits right there. And the drive, all the things, everything fits. And I already have put it together with the drive shaft on it and everything. It's tight, but it all works. I'm ready to get the windows in so I can glue in stuff, because this fits pretty good, but it will come out if I bump it. Because when it all gets done, it'll be, this metal stuff's going to be basically caulked in. Oh yeah. has to go that way. That's why I decided, like, taking this front end off is not a thing we're gonna be doing. Now, if I can keep it together for a second. That's basically it. But the floor is freedom from a license plate. The curves of that bend fit right up on the top side of the wheel wells. So once this cab is on, the whole cab will come off, but you're not going to want to take it off. That's really what it boils down to. And this, like I said, I've threaded through it all. It all works. This FMS stuff, I mean, I love it. It's not a monster. You can work with that. Scalish, you know, transfer case. I keep building out little body work on the fenders to get them right. You can see the curve taking shape and any little gaps and things I had in the inner wheel wells there starting to fill up and that kind of stuff. But and any of the gaps around the bumper have been filled. And like I said, the white paint is happening. So I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I always wish I had more done, but I went racing on the weekend a little bit. And that was cool. You guys, most of you probably saw the video, but yeah, this is coming along. I got more driving to do on painting to do on my driver, homeboy, Squishy. And I'm gonna probably just make a slightly smaller steering wheel. I can do either. Like we were talking last time, a little hot water will get it done. But yeah, so window, I'm gonna do those little side windows and the back one, and I may leave it open on the sides. And this thin stuff I have is pretty good. So you need coffee now? Yeah, man. So it doesn't seem like much is happening, but the details will kill you on this stuff. So that's where I'm at with that. And now that I got it together, I hate to take it apart, but windows, get the driver done. That's really what's up. And I wish I could make my own dudes because I would love to make Val and Earl from the movies. But it's gonna be Matt Kett from Scale Builders Guild, it looks like, driving. So that's cool. You guys getting to drive any, fly any of that? Changing your Gravedigger to 3S. Is it a micro one? Because the big one can already take it. Is it the little one? Which Gravedigger is it? Do you want to break stuff? That's my question. Yeah, this is coming along so good. And I have all the stuff to make a second one. So it's the 10 scale. It's already will take 3S. The Losi one already will take 3S. Unless you got the old axial one. And in that case, it ain't gonna handle 3S. Just saying. And I mean, it's cool though. I mean, if that's sometimes people want a project, it's cool. Make it be able to tolerate it. But I mean, the beauty of the Losi 10 scale one versus the associated one is, yeah, it's 10 scale, but they built it like an 8 scale. So the gears and a lot of the components are beefed up compared to what that old axial one was. The 10 scale one is brushless. Do you have the axial one? That must be what it is, the old one. Because it's brushless now. Man, I'm telling you, unless you just want to work on something, the Losi one is already everything you want it to be. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's the axial one. If you don't ask much out of it, you'll be okay. But those things, compare it to the Losi one. The Losi one is exactly what you're doing, but it's already done. And it can take the abuse. Not picking on you, but the one you got, I mean, I know I'm familiar with it. It's not the same. You're in too deep already. Yeah, it makes sense. I get it. I get it. It's big coin, but by the time he gets this one the way he's making it, he could have had him a couple Losi ones. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. It's not like I've been following RC or anything. Bro, this thing is so killer. Do I do Windows right now in front of you guys? Why not? Why not, man? I'm so ready to drive it though. You don't even know. So close. I really want the stencil and stuff on it though, because if I drive it, I'll film it, and if I film it, it'll be up on YouTube before it's done. I did a Gravedigger conversion on my big rock. It's 6S, but really only needs 4S. Exactly. You had the 6S big rock? That thing's wicked. You get the baby Losi. Yeah. That's cool. Thin to win. It's pretty good stuff. Well, then that's what I'm going to do then. I want to mark and get ready to drop it. Drop in some windows. I think I thought about doing a little bit of black on the mullions, on the pillars and stuff before I do the glass, because the glass is just going to be, I think it looks better with the window, like the triangle window being in there. I don't have to be as perfect because there's no edge for it if I go outside with it. It's got to be perfect. I mean, I get 2 edges, I just don't get 3. It's gotta be perfect, though. And if I go inside, I don't have to be as perfect. I think inside is the way. I think it is. It is, man. And I can mark it too better without worrying about it. That is so totally the way it's gonna be. Yep. Yes, it is. And I'm gonna scribe it instead of draw because it'll be more exact. Get this thing a couple steps closer. This stuff's so awesome because it's not ridiculous thick. And like I scored it and snapped it. Awesome. Then I don't have to be so perfect with the glue either. This will be better looking this way, without a doubt. Without a doubt, but so my 12-year-old is digging on X-Files right now. And I'm like, uh, cool. Me too. So I'm getting to watch them. I love that when it was on. I'm getting to watch it uh, from episode 1 with no commercials. How cool is that? How's come I don't want you to see the reflection if I can help it? Boss Paul, John Graham, Keith Christie. Um, cool, cool. So that's one window, and I'll just make another one off of that. But I am so not cutting my table up. I don't watch TV either. It's X Files, so it's. I mean, that show is long gone. So this is on some streaming whatever thing. I don't even know, man. So yeah, who's going to Bigfoot out of you guys? That's this weekend, right? Is and Jeff in Lower Alabama, he's going to be streaming, I thought he said. Has that started yet? I mean, it is Thursday. Cruise ship. Nice. So yeah, kind of fun reliving the X Files. Did he stream a little bit already? So he's there, dude. And you score it and just there it is. Killer. Okie doke. Two little side windows around the outside, around the outside. I mean, it may not be beautiful on the inside, but what do you, I mean, what are you gonna do, bro? I'll never get done if I go for scaling the inside too. This truck took a lot of files to get it this far. I mean, on files alone, no cap. It's it's easy 100 on the files because we had to get 2 sets of files to get it done. And I want to get it done too because I want to drive it super bad. All right, this is where you got to cut with your left. 3SVW. I wouldn't mind having VW on a 10.2. I want it on a 10.2 so I can do that Proline I-beam kit. Dude, that would be cool. That, my friends, would be cool. Let's see. How do I want to glue it? I tell you, I used caulk on the big one. All right, this glue stinks, but I think I'm going to use it. I did the caulk though, you can clean it off. And that's nice. You just got to be careful which way it's going to squirt. You know, that's what she said. Holy crap. How can you not take that one though? Gosh. How can you not take that one? Clippyton. All right, man. Just clipping. Getting it dialed. Is there football on tonight? Am I missing something? I need some of that canopy glue, dude, or foam tack or something. That's it. Vikings and Rams. Oh, man. That NASCAR, you better try to find one at a local shop or pre-order it because all that little stuff is stupid popular right now. Redonkulous. Absolutely, positively. When it's got to be there overnight, tied at 14. I think what we're going to do is save the windows because I think what I want to do is paint just a little bit of detail work, like weather stripping. I think that's what we're going to do. Yep, I do. Safe light repair, safe light replace. John, I couldn't tell you if I knew, man, and they don't tell me anything. They don't tell me nothing. Yeah, let me get out something to paint. Yep. Let's do that. See, I think this might be okay too because it is a little flat. And I want flat. The P51's amazing though, man. And honestly, the way everybody's on the small stuff right now, I don't know, dude. Black Friday or something. Yeah. Who knows, man? I mean, think about it. How much control over things do you actually have? If you've got something like this little tiny stuff that's just going bonkers and you can't keep it in or get enough. I mean, these are proven sellers, right? And you it's hard to get the inventory. So, I mean, if it's that tough, what are we expecting for new? I want to see how this dries up, is kind of what this is about. Thanks, Dad. 56 Corvette. What up, man? Yeah, I think I may need to grab a smaller brush too. I don't want to go crazy, but I think a little bit of um weather stripping now before the I didn't do it on this on the front. I'm gonna have to look at one for real life real quick and decide. I should have them posted up all over. It would help. Maybe if I get I don't know. Anybody have a Cricut? Can you print like posters or something? Or it's just a vinyl cutter, right? Dude, this truck is so killer though, man. And all the stuff in there is gonna be nice. All right, so there's a little black, not a lot, but a little bit on that side window. The back window from the movie actually looks like it'd been fixed before and made smaller, actually. But man, I gotta work with what I got. It's hard to get good looking pictures of this thing. Um, there's one. Windshield wipers. I need the license plates, the mirrors. There's not a lot, a little around the window, not too much. I think I can do it. Um, I've done it with a marker before. A lot of times it looks a little purple, and you got to do it so many times, and it has a it throws like a weird shine. If you satin it, it's fine. But I'm getting to a point where I'm about whatever I'm doing with these windows, I'm gonna have to cover them up so they don't get dusted and frosted unless I plan it. You know what I mean? Which you could easily do for the window on this. Where the wipers go, it's clean, and that may be something I do. But getting into the detail, man. Gosh, I'm almost afraid. This is the kind of thing where talking and doing it at the same time. I don't know. I don't know. Getting final on some of this though. I could almost even run another pass of mud on there. You get to a point where you're like, man, all right, I need to quit because I'm being ridiculous right now. And again, the way I do patinas and stuff, uh, it'll hide a ton. I started messing with washes just a little bit on the fender, just a little bit here, just testing it out. I've got a bunch of different washes, so I enjoy the crazy dad though, to a degree, to a point. But you do have to get off the island. Let's go ahead and do the back. I'll do the back um, weather strip real quick and see what I think about it. About it. Cause that's the thing. That's where I'm getting to be right now, where I'm like ahead of myself. Or if I'm not careful, I'll get ahead of myself. And I don't even think it needs to be solid black. It's just got to allude to it. You know what I mean? But it's got to spread too. See what's happening. I'm pretty pumped about the idea of stencil stuff though, and decals. Yeah, I am. Huh, not bad. It doesn't have to be solid black. Just almost like a wash, I think is fine. That actually works. It's really mostly going on like a wash, and I think that's fine because it'll keep you from getting it too thick and fake looking, like a new pair of shoes. Yeah, that's cool, man. It's all about depth and texture. I don't know. I may print something tonight. There's nothing I need at the top of my head at the moment. I thought about maybe doing a smaller steering wheel for this dude. There's a bunch of bits I want for the bed, but I got to find the files. and buy the files usually too. Thin to win, man. I can dig that because you know what? If you want more, you just do more. But it's thin. It's like you can tell it's been done, but it's not ridiculous. And that's actually just right. It's shiny because it's still wet. It'll dry. Um, that's cool. That is cool. That's good because I just don't want it to be too much. Is my thing. When you have everything, I mean, if this was out in the desert, this weather stripping it wouldn't be black. It'd be sun baked, like gray, you know? An old Lincoln welder for the bit. Yeah, there's so much. There's guys I found who have their specialty. One guy's the trucks are amazing, and then another guy has a ton of items for doing like a garage up. You know what I mean? So welders and air compressors and all that stuff. I think that time will come. That time will come for sure. I need to figure out what that little tiny emblem is on the front of yeah, sunbaked, very little rust, sunbaked. I do need to find out what that little emblem is on the front of the grill on this truck. And speaking of rust, we're gonna do a salt chipping job. Not today, but we're gonna do salt chipping on that international truck that I'm doing. So last time you saw it, it had um it was red and it had drywall mud on it. I don't want to be too wet either. You just gotta allude to it, man. That's it. It's kind of wet. So now, since me and the kid have started watching X-Files, I can't get that damn song out of my head ever. Ever, ever. Shmeva, shmeva. Sweet. It's like doing detail with a wash. It really is. It's very thin. It's okay. I'm liking it. You just gotta make sure you don't touch your work. That's the thing. So yeah, I got plenty of these to work on right now. And as much as I want to figure out what the next kit is, I don't know if it's necessary. Did you guys answer me on the cricket? I think Jeff in Lower Alabama has one. I've been watching some tutorials on it. That's what I do. And Matt, oh no, Dad, you won't miss nothing. And you can always catch it on the flip, rip, replay, drip. But he did a video on the cricket and making a stencil and everything, uh, which was really good. No, that's just a piece of Lexan. You can't print that good. That's a thin piece of Lexan. And I got thick stuff too for like bigger windows. But anything with a radius like this, the thin stuff is really good. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I feel better, Dad. We're no stranger to having teeth ripped out of our face. I'll tell you that, though. Gosh, we're too good at it. I find, you know, my story, Dad. It one of the best things I ever did. Do 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 do. So, like I was saying, the travel all last time you guys saw the international, it had the red paint on there and still had drywall mud on it. Very thin because I sanded it a lot. I got my rust coat on it now. Just a little dabble do you, man. And I also painted the roof for my golden nugget. So those things are outside. I'm gonna go get them. And I started putting hinges on the doors for the golden nugget. And we might do some of that. Drilling, drilling holes. The Lexan for the windows, I just bought that evergreen stuff at the hobby shop. So it was in with the styrene. Evergreen makes, I mean, I'm sure there's a ton, but this stuff is super thin. I think I have a sheet still. Being clear, it's hard to find, but I'll show you if I can. But yeah, that's what that is. The front windows. And then when I did the Land Rover, which I showed you guys in my walkabout, those little tiny windows I made out of the thin stuff too. I mean, I'm cutting it with scissors and score and snap. It's awesome. I think this does the job. I mean, I'm could avoid it altogether, but I think it's worth doing. It looks faded and all. That's the point. I don't want to do it on the front though. I already did the window. Wiggle fingers. What's not printed? The Lexan windows? No. No, and I don't know how I'd get the file for this curve. I'm not the guy to do that on a computer. I'm the guy to do it and cut it and get it right and slide it in and caulk it in like this. That's me. No, I'm not. I don't. How can you get? I printed light lenses, and they're fine for light lenses, headlights and stuff. I did try printing some windows, and they're garbage trash. They look because they had infill and all that stuff. Yeah, uh, anywhere you can get plastic's good. I keep stupid stuff for making windows out of. Um, but if it was containing something, it liable to have scuffed it, scratched it up. Where's my big sheet? I mean, it's thin, but it's what they had at the shop. And so you get two sheets like this when you buy that evergreen um, styrene. I mean, it's pretty good. But I keep the scraps obviously for the small stuff. I'll have to make the back window out of that one. And I have some really thick stuff that I'm going to use in the Willys wagon because it's got super wide like window sill to it. Let's go get the stinky um freshly painted trucks in here. Is it raining here? No. Not yet. Anyway, I'm gonna leave the driver out so I can get after him. And I'm gonna stuff this dude back up on the shelf for a minute. I cannot wait to drive this, dude. Y'all just don't know, do you? I don't know why I'm waiting to glue this grill in, but who knows? I don't want to close off my options because it is possible for the battery to go in there too if I do something magnetic with that grill. It's true. The floor is cool. Old license plate. Freedom. Freedom, my friends. Dude, it's so nice. It's already got junk in the back. Little weather stripping now. Get that back window done. I got my little side windows cut already. Dude. All right, let me get those bodies real quick. I got rid of the shop months ago. Hallelujah. Rust. I got a little bit more. I've only done one pass of finish work on that, but that's the roof for the Golden Nugget. That was gray. It was a couple pieces. So got work to do there. But at least it's the right color now. It looks awesome. So, yeah, last time you saw it was red and it had the drywall mud and stuff on it. There's still some sanding going to happen, but part of that's also going to be the scrubbing. I'm salt chipping this one. So, and it's going to kind of be two-tone color. So what I'll do, and it's too tacky to do any of this now, but I this is my rust color, and I'm gonna get it wet, and then I'll put salt where I want to see rust. So kind of a lot of the top surfaces where it would be wearing through the paint, where you get in and out all the time, fenders, that kind of stuff. I'll stick salt to it. And then I'm going to hit it with one of those off blues, like the trimmer's truck, or the green that's blue I kind of like. And so yeah, after the salt where I want the rust, I'm going to hit it, dust it, not hard, with the blue, green aqua, I think. And then it's got to dry, and then I'll salt it some more, and then it'll be red. And then it's scrub it all off. So that's what's happening with that. But I just dig the shape of this thing so much. I've got the grill and the interior and things. I want to make sure this gets all sanded right, where I'm not seeing the lines from the print. No, it's not a bad question. Who said it was? It's not a bad question. Uh, but yeah, man, it's looking pretty good. Again, you can't help but tell it's a print sometimes. I think the patina will hide that really well. I've sanded a lot. There is some lining on it, but golly, man, what are you gonna do? And this is like gloss paint, so it's showing everything. I never finish with gloss, so. But I mean, just how cool that you can have um, the ability to make some of this stuff. You know, I did print off another engine that's more appropriately sized for this. I don't know if I'll have room for it because of batteries and stuff, but yeah, man. Can you dig the detail, bro, is bonkers. Just bonkers, man. So that's the Travelall. The little rust on it. A lot of rust on it. Needs a little more work, but I don't mind imperfections, but I hate the lines where they come together at. I did a good job gluing it, but dang it. It's it's hard to make it go away. There's the dummy chassis and interior. Fits on there. Super smart. I mean, just right. So scaled it out so it works on the chassis that we already are using, which is going to be epic and fantastic. That works. And This is getting a little attention every now and then. So I just got on one of the hinges before the show, but the roof is um, at least it's not gray now. It needs patina and stuff, but looks pretty good. I think it's going to be great. And I'll probably use magnets to hold the doors shut. And I'm going to drop it a little bit, like some of you guys may remember from when we went over all the trucks last week, where I didn't do any. This still has all the leaves in it and everything, so I can do a lot to make this articulate a little better and stuff like that. And yeah, again, I think that yellow's gloss, so it's going to get satined and sanded. I did a bunch of sanding and filling, but I still see there's still some work to do. And of course, the gloss gives it away. So 49 F1 delivery. Nice. Wiggle Fingers, thanks so much. Thanks for watching. You guys that haven't got a chance to check out the racing video I released today, check it out. Comment. And if you know anybody that's into racing, share it. I think it's a hoot that a ready to run out of the box did what it did, Yeah, so I got a handful of projects. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry I don't have any real big plan for tonight. Maybe a short one. I want to get figured out on so many things, but I want to wrap up stuff. I wrapped up the Land Rover. I did. It's done. Windows, interior. Land Rover's done. So that's awesome. And now I'd like to get Golden Nugget done. And of course the trimmers truck. So lots of little things to do to the yellow guy here, but it's not far away. I'm going to have to get yellow out and do something with the hinges and drill the rest of them, figure out how to pin the hinges. Right now it's just a T-pin holding it. What's up, Jeff from Lower Alabama? You guys see the Groms? Did they release anything else today, actually? Tell me before I speak, because I think they did. Did you guys see anything else today happen? It was Surface. Yeah, dude. Little magnets. Got to get some door handles. Little details, man. I got to figure out mirrors for Dad's truck. The rear view mirror won't be hard because I actually have an extra one from these Jimny bodies, which will work. And that's just rear view mirror. I need the side ones, though. Yep. A lot of little details on that trimmer's truck, but I want to do it. So, I mean, I got to find, I just have to see the movie so I can see more of that truck, because I want to see what they did with all the, what's all in the back. Are the brooms in a trash can? Or are they just lashed up to the back? Like, what else is in there? You know what I mean? Because I'd like to have, I'd like to hit it. I'd like to do as scale as I can. I mean, the interior is going to be, what it is. Hangar 51 got an elite member package today. Nice. What'd you get, man? Have fun at Alabama, man. Man, I had so much fun at those shows. What's up, Venkman? Um, I don't know, Fred. I think it was pre-existing things, but brushless. But I didn't see it out there in the ether, so I don't know. Maybe that's not a thing yet. So yeah, lots going on. I want to wrap up some stuff. The things that are easy to wrap up, I want to wrap them up. Like it felt amazing to get the Land Rover like dialed in. Cool. Trimmer's truck has a long way to go. Like I said, I want to get a Cricket, um, which is going to be great. I think that's going to help me do something. I feel like the Travelall could easily have something on those panels. I don't know what. I was thinking YouTube, pimp my name, but I don't know yet. But I love the idea of the Cricut for printing masks and stencils, because the thing about an old truck with brand new stickers on it is they're brand new stickers. But if you're painting it stencil style, it's easy to patina and wash that at the same time, because it's really the same as the Wild Bill. I'm totally doing it. I don't know what the Gambini unit costs, but there's one, the one Matt has at Scale Builders Guild is the $150 one. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. And my girls will use it too for all kinds of stuff. Apparently I think you can do stuff for shirts and junk. So yeah, stencils are cool, but if I can make stickers or shirts, it'd be kind of all right. I'd like to do hats. But again, it's got to be, the simpler the design, the better the fidelity on whatever it is you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So that's the projects. Trimmers we know is going to take a while. I just like keep getting something done all the time on it. And then, a little bit here and there. And I want to get this yellow one just up, done, and on the shelf and off the bench. I didn't expect to have this back, so that's kind of a bonus. And then the Willie's wagon, I'm excited about getting dialed in too. And I've got some things I want to experiment with there. And that's the thing about the customs. It takes a minute to figure out some of these problems. They're fun problems to have to solve. And there's some ideas I have to try to stretch out those shock towers in the back so I can maintain the fidelity of an interior. So yeah, that would be cool. And I have a cart full of stuff I want to order at Amazon, actually, which is like some leaf spring kits I haven't really seen before, because I'd like to figure out how to make those work with things. But a lot of the axles that are available out there have gussets and stuff all over them. So it's like, man, I want to find some straight axles that don't have that. I found some and they're on Amazon. I almost hate to do it. But this FMS stuff, which I don't have super high regard for some of the reliability or durability of the components, has been holding up great. The yellow FJ, it's up there half hidden, has done more trailer pulling than anything. So it's crawling while it's pulling another one and holding up. The axles, the diffs, all the stuff's holding up. So something without one should hold up pretty good. The Elite Handshake. I don't know what you mean. I may try to find the boom truck that I want to build and show you guys. Actually, let me get this yellow stinky roof off of my face. Got to do windows on this dude too. Yeah, this is like a bonus project here. I really did not think I'd see this again. I just am so happy though that it's got a yellow roof now. Nice. But I'm tired of the doors falling off. Sweet. Digging it. Golden Nugget. Gonna get a little drop, a little bit looser leaves, windows, hinges. I need to, you know what I really want to do too is like, oh yeah, Philip, it will not stay gloss. I painted rust under that yellow. Yep, I certainly did. So what's probably going to happen to that roof in reality? It's got 2 coats of paint on it. I may put a satin on it and sand it again, rust it. I might salt chip that roof too. There's no harm in mixing it, because that roof is the only 3D printed thing on that truck. And it's, as you know, easily can show the lining of the chainsaw, all kinds of stuff, man. Gas can suitcase. I think there might have even been a TV in it at one point when they were really loading up for out of town. But I'm okay to just have it loaded up like their everyday handyman stuff. All right, Paul, good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I'm really tickled with how things are turning out, though. It's just finishing them. So, I mean, I got like 3 kind of projects to do. The yellow one's like really close. I just don't want it falling apart on me while I'm working on it. So it's like, do I go ahead and lower it and stuff while I've got, and I know what it takes to lower it. It's not as easy as it sounds. You've got to clear out and make room for those leaves to go up. So that's 8 cuts with the Dremel tool, which is a mess and has to be done in the garage. So, but it's worth it. And then, and like I said, I'm going to take some of the leaves out, except for leave the biggest one, obviously, and the little one. Get the windows done. Want to find a driver that I like, and I'm really starting, and that's a big truck actually, as a model. In real life, it's not. The Gold Nugget is not big in real life. They call that 6th scale. So you just saw me holding it. If you're familiar with the SCX6, those things are supposedly the same scale. And the yellow thing is dwarfed by the Rubicon. So it's really that small in real life. I think the original one had a real lame motor in it that they pulled out of the wilderness. It's not exact, but it's pretty close. What the one I got going, and I liked it coming out of the woods, rusty. Everything you buy is brand new looking and shiny. So I like making them not. I have the Typhon Grom Kenny, but it's the first one. It's the thanks, Fred. It's the brushed Typhon Grom, which is sick, dude. I haven't done any review on it or nothing, but I have it. I've been wanting to take it to the track with me and stuff, but I always got so much other stuff going with me. Guys, watch that race video if you haven't seen it. I posted it today. It's really cool because I show you all the classes that we're running, and then I put up my full race. It's kind of like 2 videos in one in a way. And I didn't know what else to do with that footage. I didn't want to make 2 separate videos really about it. So I kind of just lumped it together. I don't know how is that doing okay? Wiggle Fingers went and commented on it. Appreciate that. We'll see. How is it doing? 330 views. I put it up this morning. It's cool. So that's it. That's it. Just little by little getting some things done. Haven't had a kit for a couple weeks now. That feels weird. Let's see about finding that. I want to show you this one I want to do from Boom Racing. And it would be something I could leave that one alone and actually use the body it comes with. Everything else they have is a Land Rover, and I got that covered. Oh my goodness. That's it. We're going to look at this. Oh my word. Dude. I'm sorry. That is killer. Okay. Let me go make this happen. I want you guys to be able to see it though. Okay. And where do the pictures um, change at? Are you guys seeing this? I'll call you, Dad. Yeah. You mean call you tonight? I will. I'm about to bounce. Look at that. Okay, you're able to see it. Look at that thing. Oh, and I don't think it's branded Boom, but it's super scale, straight axle, not a goofy amount of clearance. Look how good looking this thing is. It's got a what's the wheelbase? It's adjustable, they say. Almost 13 at 287 millimeters. That's almost 13. It's basically a full depth interior. I don't know if that little box in the back is for the battery or some of the transfer case things, but holy smokes, does that look nice? Rubber mirrors if you want, so you don't have to worry about that. Super scale looking, mean old truck. I think it's fantastic. And do any of you guys recognize this? Is it an old Ford, International, GM? What is that? Because it says Boom on the back. But I kind of like it. And it's going to be a kit where you're going to build the body and the chassis and everything. But look at the light lenses. And it's like ABS plastic or something, hard body. I wouldn't think it's Lexan. If it's Lexan, it's dynamite. Rock rails, nice bumpers. Those are the kind of rims I have. Those are the exact same rims that I have on my Land Rover. I like it. They got a lot of other stuff too. And Boom Racing. Yeah. You guys should follow them on Facebook, and every time they post something, tag me. Like when you gonna do one of these? Look at that engine. Are you guys seeing what I put up? Yes. Um Come on, look at that. Dude's even got wiper fluid in there or something. Just phenomenal. But these kits, I mean, you're $7 bills, which is why Kelly printed off a Rover body and we made one for, honestly, by the time we're done, we're probably close to what it is. But this stuff is just bonkers with the distributor and the battery. Holy moly. You see a little shock tower peeking in there, right there. And there it is. That's the engine stuff. All kinds of cool things they have. Isn't that something? It does look like a Ford, doesn't it? It does. It does. Guys, thanks for coming by. Last week was really cool. Walking down Crawler Lane. Power steering fluid looking low. Yeah. Yeah, man. That thing looks nice. Hold on a minute. I'm going back because when is it available? Coming soon. I would build that I would build that on here. It would actually be tough. It'd be tough to not want to get that one done. It'd be really hard to do that one once a week, but I could do it. I could do it. They'd have to send it though. If I do it, I'm not sure I can wait for once a week to work on it. Does that make sense? I don't know. I suppose I could. I suppose I could. I got enough others to keep me going. So as long as I can get it all back in the box, for 1 week at a time, that'd be cool. I think if I do that, the update for the projects would be I'd keep it shorter than an hour, which is what I was doing, and then an hour of the build on the base camp. I'd like to spend more than an hour, probably a week, on the build for the boom truck. But I could cheat a little. It doesn't have to be just during the show. I mean, part of why I did it the way I did it on the base camp was because the idea was if anybody else was building along, I could help them, if there's any questions or trouble they were having or whatnot. I don't imagine anybody was building a base camp with me. And probably certainly nobody would be building a $700 kit next to me. You never know. You never know. And then we're just getting going on this little show. Build at will and recap. Yeah, I think that could happen because then we get through it quicker. Like I could build and or recap on the show what I built off, camera, or throw up B-roll of it potentially, you know what I'm saying? I just think that's a great looking truck, man. I love their chassis, their super scale. It's like if any of you are familiar with RC four-wheel drive, it'll remind you of it. But loads better. Hardware, tolerances, finish, components, gears, everything is just a step up. And from what I know about the few kits I've watched guys build, the axles are pre-assembled, so you're not doing all the gearing with the diffs, and some of their stuff has portals. If you don't have portals, it's the portals is a whole nother set of gears in the portal boxes to do. But of course, the straight axle won't have that time lapse exactly. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, I'd like that one. And I'm trying to, a lot of the guys I watch are doing the H10 optics, and they're doing stuff with those Vanquish RTRs. I want one, but not like if I had to pick that truck or one of those, I'd probably pick that truck. But I don't have anything that's like buggy style where it's okay to be ugly and open frame, and just really like perform. So, who knows, maybe someday. I mean, those guys are making them cages out of metal and stuff like that. So whole nother kind of fabbing going on. So I'm pretty happy with what's going on here at the moment, though. Projects keep me busy, try to solve some problems, do some cool things to keep interiors. Philip, I didn't really indoor race this summer because it's just nice out. But wintertime, I'll be doing the indoor racing. Yeah. It's like $30 a whack, basically, to do it. So that hadn't concerned me till the wonderful economy we've all found ourselves in. You know what I'm saying? A Baja Bug. Yeah. Yeah, $30 a race, bro. It's like $20 for the first class and then 10 or 15 for the second one. And I would run 2 classes. So, I mean, when I was involved with that shop, I didn't I didn't pay the same. So, but now I do. Once I left, I do. So, that's that, but I'll do it. I'll do it. I probably won't do Tuesday and Saturday, but I'll probably do Saturday. And now I'm more comfortable. So, I think it was cool filming racing the other day, for the video that went out today, because it worked out really good where hack cam on surface is not awful. And so I would race with the camera on and do my qualifiers with the camera on. And then when you're done racing, you have to marshal and help. Uh, so I would just leave it on and go to the best spot on the track, I thought, for getting footage. I kind of try to stand by some kind of jump or rip and turn or whatever. And so, yeah, I'll race this winter. And that's why I definitely wanted to try to get out and race that 8 scale truggy while I could, because you can't run it inside there. It's 10 scale only. So 2-wheel drive buggy and 2-wheel drive short course are pretty popular. So that's what I have. But my favorite is 4-wheel drive. So I'd like to find myself in a 4-wheel drive 10 scale buggy. And if they had a 4-wheel drive short course class going, I would do that instead. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't have to run in 4 classes. If they had it, I would just pick 2. You know what I mean? But it's not likely. More people have 2-wheel drive buggies and short course trucks than 4-wheel drive. So makes sense for me to hang on to those. So I got people to participate with. Yeah, Fred. Come on. So yeah, indoor and oval is going to be happening there too. I think their first oval race is the 26th, which is coming up. Oh gosh. That's this weekend. Is that this weekend? Okay. So I may be oval racing there this weekend. Late model. Yeah, Philip. Yep. I got one I painted up like an old Gulf Porsche, like Steve McQueen's number 20. Paint's failing. That's what I get for using just generic old rattle can instead of paint for things. What's up, Big Jim? How are you? Oh man. I think, if you can get a hold of these new things, the NASCAR and the Micro Bs, I think there will be um opportunities to hop in a class and do that. You want me to post the indoor stuff? Yeah. Did you see the race I posted today, Jim? I put out a whole video of the outdoor racing and my second place finish with that 8 scale truggy, which again is like the same wheelbase as a 6S Creighton. And for somebody who comes from bashing, I think it's one of the best options to get into racing. It's an RTR. You don't have to build a kit. It's going to be cheaper than if you build a kit and outfit it. And they have a buggy as well. And I really want it, but I do know 8 scale's probably over for the year. So I'm cooling my jets on that. And I know Ute was in here or somebody last week talking about buying a Land Rover for me, that Traxxas one, and I said I wouldn't sell it. I think I will. And maybe even that 2021 Bronco too. Just so I can buy something else to build. You know what I'm saying? So, Kenny, are you at Bigfoot? Big Jim's not. He was gonna. Well, I've kept you long enough. Not much going on. Just a little bit of an update on the projects. Having a ball with it. Winter's coming. Stuff to do around the house. Oval is amazing, and my oval car is it's a stock slash class. Comments on the 223S, is one of those things you had to assume it was coming. I think it'll be great. Brushless, I think dedicated. Is it a dedicated receiver? Do you get a 315 with it? Should we look at them real quick? We probably should. Let's do it. If you're into it, I'm telling you, you got to buy it. Jump in early because everything is out and goes out fast. Let me pull it up. Did they release more than what all they released that way? I see the Mojave. Okay, cool. There's the Typhon. What do you want to look at, Typhon or Mojave? Typhon or Mojave? Which one you want to look at real quick? Stock racing is great, man, because it makes it super Mojave. Okay. It makes it super easy for folks to get into it. And there's different oval stuff and sprint, this and that, and kits even for oval. But I I wasn't sure I was gonna love it. So I got why is that one 229? So I got went with the spec class because it's going to be easy, both. All right, so let's look at this. They're talking 50 miles an hour on this stuff. That body's crazy looking, but I kind of like it. So why is this one 229 and the other one's 199? Is it because it's a combo or something? With battery and charger. That's probably it. I like those Mojaves. And what's good about this that they've released this is people were putting brushless systems in the old ones, but they were the systems that were made for like the Mini B and the Mini T. and so they just weren't really robust enough to carry the added weight. These things are small, but they weigh more than a mini B and a man. Look at that, is nice, but they do weigh more than like a mini T and a mini B. Man, those are good looking parts on it. Those shocks, brushless. 4500 kV. That's nice because the upgrade thing and the cooling fan and everything, the upgrade stuff they were putting on there again is made for a different truck, little tiny thing, and it just couldn't handle it. 6000 kV, so it's still a 2-in-1 speed control, brushless motor. Looks like it's got a decent sized motor shaft on it, so it'll hold up. That's good to know. Come on. Come on, quit it. Let's watch. Ha! Sick. Those are great shots too. Just awesome. Are those 2S or 3? That scheme looks good too. Dude. And nothing wrong with the other ones, man, but it's just more reliable, I think, when you go brushless. Ha! Ha ha! So cool is right. Dang, that's got the beans to get it done, son. Look how locked it is. That suspension's just soaking it up. Yeah, my videos don't look like that either. I get good footage, but I don't put it together as slick. Holy smokes. All right, let's look at the Typhon. I have to now. Awesome. This thing looks mean. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Big Jim. These are mean. These are mean. I like the other ones, but like this is giving people what they want, and for a little bit more. And it's still cheaper than if you were to buy this stuff yourself to add on. Typhon is a buggy. I mean, that's like a very, very race inspired um vehicle. And it looks like an airfoil. Look at it. I mean, that thing, it does jump amazing. And it's a watermelon seed with a spoiler. It's awesome. I like that scheme. I'm really impressed, and I've got one, the not the fast ones, but I've got the first one, and it's a good thing. And they're learning as they go also. So there's going to be improvements that happen along the way, always for the better. The blue one looks mean too. Something the size with like looks like metal shock caps and shock bodies, I think is great. We're gonna watch the video on this one too. Dialed. Dialed. All right, here we go. Are you guys seeing it? Yes. And that, yeah, at a track, and sick, and the music's super dope. I just don't want a copyright problem. Yeah, the 8 scale one's awesome. I still have it, and I'm thinking about fixing it up so I have a buggy next year, but I really just rather have a dedicated buggy instead of a basher that I turn into one. Love the power. Dude, that's sick. Drifting. I race my two-wheel drive buggy is team associated, and so is my short course mountain RC. There it is. Pre-order style. If you want them, you better get them. Because, yeah, that drift, four-wheel drive, drifting and ripping like that, that's got some gumption being able to do that. Um, yeah, I want to make a pre-runner. Like I said, I want a 10-2 because that's the chassis and knuckles and everything that they use for the Proline pre-runner twin beam kit. Yeah, I'd like to do one of those sometime. To have I think it'd be great when we crawl and we pull out trailers. Like there's some places we go where it's awesome, like kind of little beach by the creek, sand and loose gravel and everything. And it's okay for the crawlers, but you could actually kind of open it up and race some two-wheel drive, kind of sand scorcher thing. Pre-runner would kind of be neat. Pull it off the trailer. And of course, it wouldn't weigh as much as a regular crawler because there's less going on there, So that'd be kind of neat. A grasshopper. Yeah. Yeah, I want to build one. I love the idea of the 10-2 because it's a crawler and then you make it a pre-runner. Maybe a Tamiya kit should happen for me someday, though. I feel like they're old. I want to beat on it, and the crawlers are tough. Like them both. Yeah. Yeah. You ain't gonna get them both. I pre-order. I don't see a date. Were they thinking Christmas? I'm sure they're hoping Christmas. But I mean, the micro bees and the other Groms. Uh, wonder how many people are going to cancel their orders, to get the brushless one. because a lot of people don't have their stuff. Be my guess. Seems like it's pretty popular. All right, that's 2 hours. Guys, appreciate you. Thanks for coming by, hanging out with me, talking about trucks and surface stuff. Thanks for watching the race video I put out today. Say hello or something in the comments. Give it a like. Helps. Appreciate that. Just keep on making stuff over here. Gonna figure out one of them crickets. I think that'll be nice to I think that'd be pretty useful for a lot of things, actually. So stay tuned. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for coming by, and we'll see you in the next one. We are out of here in 5. You're still hanging rats forever. 3 later. You're too good to be forgotten. We'll see you next time. Fighting, getting 2 more Mojave 7 scale. Thing is, you'd have it, right? Because you don't have to wait. You get them. Those are amazing. Those are amazing. I love the racing. The only thing, listen, I had to jump into these race kits to actually be able to meet up with a bunch of dudes in an organized kind of way to be able to race. I would be tickled just racing Bashers, Mojaves, Creightons, fire teams. I mean, I was driving all that stuff on these racetracks before I ever put a race car on one, and had an absolute blast. But at best, we'd only have 2 or 3 of us. Bragging rights, no times. The time thing is kind of cool. You know what I mean? So there's no reason a handful of folks couldn't get together with Mojaves if they had them, or 6S whatevers, transponder or not. You know, whenever you get a few folks together, you can really have a good time racing. I like rally racing. Don't really get a chance to do it. That oval thing is the closest to it, but it's not rally, you know. But I'm pretty tickled. And apparently I think there's an oval race this weekend, so I'll have to get geared up for that. What's up, M Shag? Thanks for checking out the video today. So yeah, bye, as Fred would say. We are out of here in I forget how to do it now. We're out of here in 5. Hang rights forever. 3 later. You're too good to be forgotten. That's it. We'll see you next time. Bye now. Bye. Check out our buddies who are at Bigfoot, going to be bringing and sharing that with the rest of us. Check them out over this weekend. It should be a good time there. Hope they have good weather. And I mean, there's usually fireworks and flyovers and all kinds of things. So thanks for watching. If you missed the racing video, check that out. And last week's show was really cool. Walk down crawler lane, so to say. So show number 9, Clementine. Tiny Truck Town. We're closing up. We'll see you. Bye now. Boom.